All right, this is Sean from Cycle News, and we are out in Caliente, Nevada with Scot Harden at the, I'm going to let you say the name because I think I'm going to mess it up, but talk about the event. We just spent 2.5 days here basically in Caliente. Super awesome event. Let Scott tell us about kind of what the event's about. I'll kind of chime in where needed here.
Yeah, so we're here in Caliente for the 2025 Rugged Radios Nevada Rally Extra-Terrestrial Experience. We're right on the border of Area 51, so we got that going for us as well. But we're here under beautiful blue skies today and warming temperatures, and with a bunch of great guys out riding adventure and dual-sport bikes and doing a little rally-style navigation.
Yep, it was super fun. Talk about the rally equipment that we used. It was, to me, that was really fun way to experience. It's not the exact same as the way a real like Dakar rally would work, but
yeah,
it
no
gave us
it
gave us the experience though of what it's like. Maybe talk about the equipment and all that. I have a little bit of video with Mike and all that talking about as well, but maybe like kind of just the highlights of kind of why you guys implemented that for this event.
Yeah, so we wanted to, everybody's heard of Dakar. I've done rallies, many rallies including Dakar, and I know inside and out, but we want to give people a taste of what it's like to do a rally. How to navigate, what it means to ride a bike at speed, but also have to figure out which way you're going and which roads to go down and how to navigate everything. So we partnered up with RallyComp, Mike Johnson and RallyComp. They've created a state-of-the-art system that's so sophisticated. You could run it in Dakar, but there's other modes that we run it in here for this event. Between a GPS track, we provide GPS tracks that people could follow, or use the RallyComp system, which was waypoint to waypoint, which required a lot more interpretation, a little bit of thinking involved. And with the speed limits that he had set and the waypoints and the stops, it really became a competition to see who could navigate the cleanest.
Yeah.
And we had one guy yesterday, and maybe today as well, that aced everything. He was clean.
Yeah, it was amazing. I actually, when we first took off, I had my GPS on Onyx on my phone.
Yeah.
As soon as we took off down the road, I actually took it off, decided I'm just going to try to use the RallyComp the entire day. I had one mistake right at the very end. There was a little hidden waypoint at the very end.
I did that on purpose.
And I actually, it was like a good lesson that you're not done. I got close to camp here, thought I was done, kind of like turned my brain off, stopped looking at it, and missed the last waypoint. And,
well, you're like that old horse going back to the barn, Sean. You just want to get back to the barn.
But it was
right there.
But it was super cool. It was super cool all day. I think almost everybody actually ended up using the system.
Yeah,
and it was really fun to try to find your way. Like you said, you used it, and it would tell you when the next waypoint was. It'd be, you'd go through one and say 2 more miles to the next one, and then 5 miles to the next one, and you would come to an intersection, and it would tell you an arrow, and there might be 5. There was one place there was 5 roads today.
5 roads.
Intersecting.
That's called 5 points, and you got by the arrow, you got to interpret which is the one that's down.
So yeah, I actually came up to it. It was like I could go left, right, or way hard left, and I'm like, looks straight, and then you go through, and about 0.3 of a mile down the road, you get another verification.
You get a confirmation,
which was super cool.
The word rally, literally translated, means to find the way.
Cool.
People don't often know that. That's why it's French, but anyway, that's what it was about today. And we had a great group of guys on this ride, and gals.
Yep.
We had Sarah with us as well. She was amazing.
Yep, Sarah and Lori is Chase.
And
we
Lori,
had 2 women on the
Lori
right.
chasing us, Lori Farmer chasing us. Don't forget Lori. But, we had a great group of people. We had a mixture of big bikes, adventure bikes, 890s, 790s.
Yep.
400 Somoto,
CF
Motos. We had Teneres. We had then we had a bunch of big dual sports as well.
I think we had about 25-ish people. We did 225, 30 miles yesterday, I think it was.
Right at 220 yesterday, and right at 120.
Yeah, I actually had 130 when I came
130,
in. 130, okay. Yeah, so 130 when I came in. So 350 plus miles basically in 2 days, which was super fun. Like I said, the camaraderie of the group was awesome. I think another cool thing to talk about was Rugged, which is the title sponsor of the event. We used these, which was really awesome to just, there's some good in-helmet communication systems, but you can really have to be almost in sight to really use them. These radios, it really expands the range. I could hear people 5 miles away. I found out later.
I could hear them. I'm shocked at the coverage I can get on these.
Yep.
So for me, these serve two things. One, there's the pure standpoint of safety and event management.
Yep.
You know, I could be communicating with my sweep crew, with my support crews, what's going on, where we are, where we're coming to. I can alert them to if there's any problems. They can alert me from the back if there's any problems. So from a safety standpoint, it's an absolute no-brainer.
Yep.
But then what I really wanted to do with the ride this time was get everybody to kind of mic up so that we could share information as we ride along. Hey, by the way, this section is coming up, is you know, has this and that and whatever.
Yeah, we had people calling out that there was cows on the road.
Cows?
There was a hay truck that was pulling out on the road, middle of the group, so we were able to kind of give people a heads up about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you know, we had they're handheld radios. You actually have a little holster, which is awesome. But then you have mic and speakers in your helmet. Little a trigger mic that you can put on your handlebars or up on your. I put mine actually up here on my chest. So yeah, that was actually a really cool experience too, because people could chatter back and forth, like you said, safety, but also a little bit of fun and all that as well.
Well, you know, we've got all this stuff to kind of enhance experience, you know, and while motorcycling is an individualist, you know, go inside yourself type experience, when you're doing it with a group like this and you can reach out and touch each other and kind of see what's going on and kind of, you know, in rallies like in Dakar, there's times where you work together to get to the hill. Yep. So there's a lot of things that go on, and the rugged radio is just really, they've done nothing but enhance the experience for me, my riding.
Yeah, so overall, like I said, you know, 2 solid days of riding. I think everybody was here, had a great time. It was a pretty small, intimate group. I've done your 200, Nevada 200 several times. That's an awesome event too. You have like almost 200 people, I think, at that thing. You ride more single track. This was actually the opportunity, like I said, for all levels of bikes. There was people on dual sport bikes, full-size adventure bikes. Depending on your skill level and your comfort level, the group could ride together. We were really fortunate that this group actually was really cohesive and similar.
Well, that's why we brought it down to 25 guys and gals, because we really wanted to make sure we had the right people. And that it really comes down to that. We really had a good group of people. Unlike Nevada 200 is about trails and technical riding and hammering and just all the stuff you grew up riding and love about it. This is more about seeing the land, experience it.
And I think also when you get yourself on an adventure bike, these dirt roads are plenty fun. So we had some gnarly sand sections yesterday, actually, that I was riding a CF Moto 450 that was a handful in that. I think everybody on the big bikes actually was a handful, but yeah, it was super fun. Yeah. But yeah, I want to thank you to you and your whole team. I know your wife has been out here. You guys are sticking around for the 200 next week. Yep. But yeah, we want to thank you and your whole team for inviting Cycle News out. We had a really great time, and look forward to trying to do it again down the road.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming. I mean, look for future events at harden-offroad.com. We're very passionate about this type of riding. We've got partners like Rugged Radios and Climb and Rocky Mountain ATV MC and Seat Concepts and Taco Moto and Peltzer Winery and 100% goggles and Dunlop tires and Arai helmets, and it just goes, and Beta USA and just
Motion Pro. I know
Motion Pro for sure. We've got a lot of great partners that help us put this on, but we've also got a lot of great people that make it happen. Rodney Smith, my partner in this, fellow Hall of Famer, Jack Johnson, another Hall of Famer that comes out and helps put on these events. We're just blessed to be surrounded by great people and do what we love to do, ride dirt bikes.
All right. Well, thanks, Scott. Looking forward to the next time.